The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2. In the last session we got our first bounty. Yes we did. Not without some melodrama of course. But we did indeed get our first bounty, and we went into the saloon to read our paper to celebrate, you know, just take a last chill out moment before heading back to camp, and we ended up in a bar brawl. Of course it was to do with the fact that, well, we were trying to sit down and ended up grabbing somebody by mistake, because it's the same button to grab somebody as it is to sit down, rather annoyingly. But nonetheless, I'm assuming that what happened was the guy muttered something about Arthur under his breath. Arthur flipped out, grabbed the guy, and caused all hell to break loose. We escaped, having knocked out 2 people, and out the back doors and out of the clutches of the law. Now, I don't know what impact that's going to have, or whether or not they know who's done all that melodrama. Well, we haven't been back to Valentine, we came straight back here, and here we are. So if we ever go back to Valentine, which I'm sure we will do at some point, we'll have to see what happens. We may have to pay a bounty for our crimes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello.
We have 165 bucks. We didn't get to customise our revolver, unfortunately. So we'll have to get to that another time. Things just kind of got out of hand. Anyway, we are here by the campfire. We've had our coffee. We've had some canned strawberries for breakfast for something different. And so we are going to finish off by reading the paper that we purchased. And it's got something in there about the train robbery that we engaged in. Outlaws send train on driverless journey. Pitch battle leaves many dead. A private train owned by the railroad sugar and oil magnate Leviticus Cornwall was robbed in broad daylight by masked outlaws. Headed north towards the Grizzlies, the outlaws boarded and stopped the train shortly after it had departed from West Elizabeth. Initial cables sent as of printing time indicate the bloody takeover occurred in order to steal railroad bonds from the personal car of Mr. Cornwall. Shortly after the robbery, the train was set in motion without a driver or crew, barreling dangerously through the area at a high rate of speed. The train was eventually brought to a stop by engineers and lawmen north of Ansburg, who reported a scene of violent struggle and bloody carnage on board. Some engineers and guards from the train survived the slaughter, but were too startled to report much information of value to authorities. Blackwater locked down. Bank boat heist largest robbery in years. Dutch's boys accused, bounties placed. Money believed stashed. After a bloody shootout that resulted in the seizure of a large quantity of banknotes being shipped by boat, Pinkerton agency officials have restricted access to the town of Blackwater while a massive manhunt is underway. Officials issued bounties on the heads of Dutch van der Linde and his gang, commonly known as Dutch's Boys. Banks looked to shipping assets via boat as a more reliable means of transportation, impervious from thieves. The deadly attack resulted in the loss of $150,000, the largest robbery in the region in recent years. Authorities believe that the men may have stashed the money in Blackwater before fleeing. Blizzard aftermath in Grizzlies. Okay, well we experienced that, certainly. Family murdered. Del Lobo gang. Oh dear, that's very grim indeed. 21 dead in attacks. Cornwall Driscoll, beloved pastor among the dead. Reverend Alex Hughes was shot and killed for voicing his concern for the safety of the women on board a stagecoach destined for West Elizabeth. The shameful tragedy is part of widespread disorder led by notorious outlaw Cornwall Driscoll and his gang. Not satisfied with the riches of their plunder, the members of the O'Driscoll gang are reported to delight in torture and bloodshed as part of their escapades and have left widows and widowers in their wake. Heresy. They're just sect recruiting. Valentine's got some kind of its own homegrown religion. We did notice the church. And Mexican border dispute intensifies. A search for ancient bones. Dinosaur hunt continues. The Totalisaurus. Because it can do everything. Fly, swim and walk. Bubonic plague spreads. In India and Hong Kong, thankfully. Although ships are coming with victims on. Burn them! War breaks out in the Philippines. Bear attacks worry residents. Man killed while hunting. Not this man. Oh no. Wow, that's quite a graphic description of his demise. A reward of $10. What? Is that all? The art of angling. Bluegill. We haven't got to the fishing part yet, but we'll get there. So there we go. Bit of change from the usual. Just a read of a paper by the fire this morning. Just to mix things up. Morning. Anyway, we got things to do. And as you may have noticed, we do not have our hat on just yet. Kind of showing off to the boys our new sleek hairstyle. Feeling pretty good. Looking good. I'm sure everyone will agree. Anyway, we got things to do this morning, and those things involve our very own Reverend, who is very much alive and kicking, unlike that poem that we just read about. So let's board Snowy. Get ourselves set, which includes putting our hat on. If I can get it right here. There we go. And we're ready to start the day off. Reverend Swanson, what have you got in store for us? Oops. Moving into a tree, not the greatest idea. Okay, so we're off and running. Once again, we are heading out of the camp in a new direction. We haven't been this way out of the camp before. It's all different ways to mix up the day. Look at this crystal blue sky, the sun is shining. You get the feeling it's going to be a lovely, lovely day. Lovely day.
Yep.
Lovely day. Lovely day.
Morning.
Morning. Set through gritted teeth.
Hey, this way!
What?
You gotta help me out here, mister. Can you? Please? I've been on the run for days now. If you could help me with these shackles, I just might have a chance.
What are you on the run for? Wait a second, don't get any closer.
Just shoot the chains off, please. I'm done for otherwise. Hey, whoa, wait a minute now. Just focus on the shackles. That's all, please.
First of all, what is going on?
So how'd you end up like this?
Come on, do it.
Fine.
Oh, yes. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. I got no money to give you, but I think I might got something even better. Some of those fellows talked about this old crone up north of Strawberry. Got herself a tidy sum locked away. Maybe just stories, but they were sure excited.
Oh, yeah? Why'd I be interested in that, huh?
I don't know, just a hunch. It's up to you, friend.
Right, well, we shot his shackles off. Give us a robbery tip. Better than nothing, I suppose.
Good morning.
So where's the Reverend?
Hey. Well, hello there.
You here, Reverend?
Where is he? Maybe he's inside.
Reverend, where are you?
What is he doing? He's in here.
Come on. Hi there.
What's
Hey, mister.
Play your damn hand. Play it.
Reverend?
Mr. Morgan, I took your advice, sir. I took your advice.
Then your god has finally deserted you. What you talking about?
I took your advice, sir. I have removed myself from Morpheus's embrace. No more shall I sink, sir. I am free. I am free.
You don't seem free, friend. You seem drunk.
Sit down, Reverend. We ain't finished.
You ain't finished. Look at him. He's finished.
None of us forced liquor down his throat. Friend, I just want him to play.
Now, firstly, we ain't friends. Don't make no mistake on that subject. Now, secondly, he can't hardly see, let alone reason. Now, reasoning ain't never been one of my strong points neither, but seeing I do just fine. You want to step outside or deal with business here?
I just want him to finish the game.
Why can't we all just get along? These are good men, Arthur. They're children of God. They're children of God.
Oh dear.
How's about you playing his place, huh? That seems fair?
Fair?
Sure. You want a game?
Of course I wanted a buddy game.
Sure. I'll play a few hands.
Well, sit yourself down then.
Wow. Look what we have here. Game of poker.
I'm Luther. This is Marvin.
We don't have a lot of coin left over. I think
Fortunate for you both, we're being gentlemen about this.
must be playing with the
Same
Reverend's
goes for you.
leftovers. Okay.
So, how you two know each other anyway? Don't seem like the likeliest of friends, if you don't mind me saying.
We go a long way back.
And now you're his chaperone.
I guess it's something like that. Can we play?
Okay, so we're playing poker, which is very, very
He can't be no
interesting
real
indeed. Because
He committed about
I
5 cardinal sins just in that chair you're sitting in.
absolutely
Think he
love
used to
poker.
be. He's drifted a little in recent years.
How do we raise
There's a
this?
challenge to all of us.
There we go. What do we
Can you
got
imagine
here?
him at the pulpit? If he could stand up.
On the 4th day, turn water into whiskey, and I don't
20
remember much
cents.
after that.
I'll call.
Okay.
He's a decent fella going through a bad time. Disrespect him again, and you'll find yourself in a bad time too.
That's nice.
All right. Just trying to have a little fun here. It is a game after all, mister.
Okay, we have top pair, decent kicker. We've got just over a pot-sized bet left. More than likely ahead at this moment in time. So
Hurry up, will you?
we could look to check shove. We could overbet shove. Okay.
Sometime before we all grow old would be nice.
Okay, I'm going to do the betting here. There's no reason not to. And it's a case of whether we go half pot size bet and then shove on the turn, or if we overbet shove here. I think I'll go.
In your own time.
I'm going to overbet shove here.
I reckon I'll go all in.
We get one call.
Oh, I think you're gonna regret
Oh,
that.
nice.
Somebody
Both
put
calling.
on his big boy pants this morning.
Ooh, that's not a good card. And they're checking down. And what will be a side pot if any bets are placed? Nope. Okay.
Okay. Here, look.
Pilot.
Two paired on the river. That might have saved us.
Yes!
It did because he had Queen Jack, so we'd have lost it anyway. So yes, we rivered the best hand. Nicely played. Okay. So we got a little bit of information on the guy in the
Let's go here.
You lucky son of a bitch.
in the brown jacket because he called an overbet, an overbet shove on the flop with a pair of eights. Was it second pair? I think it was Queen 7-8, wasn't it, the flop? So he called an overbet shove with a second pair. So he is Mr. Loosey Goosey here. King 6, we're on the button. We'll come in for a raise.
Forgive me. It's all I can afford.
So he folds us
Let's
then.
start this low for now.
Let's say we shouldn't really be bluffing. We have position. It's only an extra 8 to call. Yeah, we're not going to be bluffing the guy in the brown jacket anytime soon. Oh,
No.
is that two pair again? No, it's not. It's one pair. What do we got? King, 4, deuce. Yeah, we got to bet this. I'll go about 30.
There.
You're bluffing.
I'm bluffing, am I? We'll soon see about that. King 7.
All in.
46! We got top pair, we got to call this. 46 to pot of 148. Top pair. He could have a better king than us. He could be on the flush draw.
Yes.
All right, what do we got?
Here.
Christ.
He's turned a pair of 7s. Wow.
Damn it.
Both these players.
Well, gentlemen, time to move along.
Aw, hell. You're one lucky son of a bitch, you know that?
Oh, I'm surely a son of a bitch, but lucky, I ain't so sure. Come on, you. Let's move along.
Oh, he's gone.
Where is he?
Who?
The Reverend, where'd he go?
I don't know.
Ah, shit. Excuse me, gentlemen. Reverend! Reverend Swanson! Where'd you go?
Fine, Reverend. He can't have gone far. He was drunk as a skunk.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. You see a drunken idiot, priest, wandering about?
Sure, we saw him, smelt him, and avoided him. He went that way, I think.
Thanks.
Guy looked kind of crazy, mister.
Well, you have no idea.
Well, that was a very good first foray into poker. 2 hands and cleared house. Very nice indeed.
Hey, Reverend!
Now, when it comes to poker, as I said right there, I really enjoy playing. Now, I did play very regularly many years ago now. I started playing poker in 2006 when I was between jobs, waiting to join the police. I was studying poker for some time. I played and studied poker on and off for a total of about 5 years over the past 12. What is he doing? He looks like he's in a fight. And I used to play full ring cash games quite regularly. So yeah, I'm going to sort this out and then I'll tell you guys something.
Get your hands off him now, you son of a bitch!
What the hell is
Boof!
You're going.
Hitting a priest? You should be ashamed of yourself, man!
your problem?
He's with me.
Pair of damn fools!
Oh, holy smokes!
Killed him. I'm gonna get the law on you.
Oh, no, you're not. You ain't going nowhere, pal. You ain't going anywhere. No siree. You ain't doing nothing.
Get back here.
Come here. Got a bone to pick with you. Oh, we're getting tired. We're getting tired. Consistent rhythm. Consistent rhythm. Consistent rhythm. Consistent rhythm. Consistent rhythm. Come on.
I said stop, damn it.
Okay. Please, don't hurt me.
Tell anyone what you saw back there? You're a dead man. You understand me?
Yep. I won't tell a soul. I promise.
Good. Get the hell out of here.
Get! Go!
It's the last thing I needed.
What the flippin' hell? Right, where's Swanson in all of this?
Get off the damn tracks!
He's on the tracks? Oh my god! He's gonna get himself killed, man! Horsey! Snowy! Good grief. Where's my horse? Oh, there she comes. Oh, he comes. Come on, this is urgent. The Reverend is going insanely mad. Move it. I'm gonna get run down now by a train. What is he doing?
Come on! My friend! It's just a simple mistake. You can still be saved.
My horse needs to be led off the tracks. Just in case the train does come. I mean, who's more important, the Reverend or my horse? It's got to be the horse, right? Right. Shit. There's a train coming! Reverend! Reverend!
What have you done with your foot? It appears to like this place and wants to stay.
Take the damn boots off, man!
Twist your leg, you drunken bastard!
My horse! Oh, phew.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no, you don't!
Knock him unconscious. It's the best way.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with you? Throwing me off a bridge like
There
that?
was a goddamn train, you crazy bastard!
Have I been bad again, Mr. Morgan? I'm sorry.
Oh, don't start
I
blubbering.
wish I was different.
Let's get you home.
Home. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. I could have tea with Margaret.
Margaret, who's Margaret?
But
Oh, dear. Yep, this is probably for the best. Return him to camp. Okay, back to camp. So I was saying about poker, yes. So oh, is he still? Can we not knock him unconscious like we did to the guy, the bounty man? Give him a couple of bats to keep him quiet. Yeah, over the sort of the past 12 years, on and off, I did study and play for about 5 years. Played cash games, full ring cash games, and it got to the point where I was earning a little bit of a side income doing it, and it got to the point where it became they call it grinding. It became a bit of a grind, and it sort of sucked the enjoyment out of the game, playing sort of 8 to 10 tables at a time. And I haven't played poker for about 6 years now. But I still do really enjoy it, and if it comes to actually just playing for fun, or maybe going to a friend's house and playing, putting down sort of £10-20, winner take all sort of sit and go style play, I'll be there. I'll be first on the list. I still do absolutely love the game, but I will never ever again do what I did previously and play in such a manner as you have to do when you are trying to earn some kind of a profit from it. But over on my Discord channel, I knew there's poker in the game. Didn't know when it would be unlocked, but I think now it might be. I'm toying with the idea of having about a 2-hour-long stream just of me playing poker on here, and perhaps just sharing with you some of the strategies I used to use, and putting into practice on the game some of the strategies that I've read in the past and things, just to see if I can remember them. I'm sure it'd be like getting on a bike and you'll start to remember these kind of things once you get into the swing of it. So that you might be able to use some of the advice yourselves in your own poker games. So I thought it might be something interesting to do, a poker session. Because in the past, people have asked if I would do poker videos. When I'm talking about maybe 3 or 4 years ago now.
Well, I was wondering when he'd show up.
Came up that I used to play poker quite regularly. People noticed the poker books on my previous bookcase, and I did have requests to actually do poker videos, but I always refused to do that, being a gaming channel. But now we have a legitimate reason to perhaps have a bit of a poker stream. See if we can fleece the AI characters utilising the methods that I picked up when I was studying and playing the game all those years ago. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. When I come back off my holiday, we'll look to put it in place.
You better sleep your way to salvation, my friend.
What happened?
Just the usual.
Poor bastard.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Mr. Morgan. I'll keep an eye on him.
He was lucky this time. Real lucky.
Yeah, real lucky. Gonna be squished by a train. Who is not without sin. 6 p.m. We're lacking a little bit of stamina. I think it might be time for some evening stew. All those hunks of venison meat that we brought to the camp, the extra supplies that we've purchased, should hopefully make for a far more tasty stew than in the past. Surely. Let's have a sample. Shall we?
Hey, can I talk to you a minute?
With me?
Abigail. Whatever. Just
Tasting good?
Will you?
You're pathetic.
Oh dear.
You're pathetic.
Oh dear, we've got a domestic going on. Let us get away from the domestic. Let's go sit and talk with Jack. We will get away from the domestic. I think Morgan's liking the stew. Oh no, sit. Jack! Okay, well, he's not interested. Well, we'll continue to eat our stew, not a problem. Got the sun setting in the distance. 6:48. Can't quite see it for this damn tent here, but... and slurp it down. Marvellous. Hasn't done much for our stamina, but hey-ho. Apparently we can actually rest by this campfire, so I want to see what that does. I haven't tried it yet. Rest, there you go, see what happens. Okay, so we're just sort of sitting and chilling, really. Our empty plate next to us, and I think that's going to be a nice place to end the session, really. It's a shorter session, but it has to be now, because I'm trying to stockpile some videos so that you can watch some Red Dead while I'm on holiday. If all goes according to plan, you will be watching this towards the back end of the first week, so I'll be on a cruise ship by the time you're watching this, but yeah. So I'm making this video a little bit shorter because I am pressed for time now, so well, there's no point starting anything new either, really, because anything we start now is probably going to take longer than 15 minutes. So yeah, in the next session, what are we going to do? Let's make some plans, shall we? Let's make some plans. So we've eaten, we're going to sleep, the camp supplies situation's pretty good. We could do with some leather working tools, which we can purchase from the ledger, because that unlocks a whole host of crafting options. So we might do that at the start of the next session, or I might do it off camera, one or the other. But yeah, we could do with purchasing those supplies. But that letter, where was that letter? Aha! Oh, bounty poster. Saloon. Right, so we've done the poker quest, but there doesn't appear to be any sort of poker icons that I can see. We'll have to keep an eye open on that one. Yeah, so in terms of the quest that we can do, we got one quest for Dutch, we got one quest for Javier. So we've got this one here for Mary Linton. There was one quest for Hosea, yeah, there was. So in terms of what happens next, I'm thinking we'll give Valentine a wide berth for now, given the situation with what happened last time we were there. Just let the heat cool down after our second bar fight. So what we'll do is we'll head down here to Javier, because we need to rescue one of our men, one of our gang members, Sean. We were told that he's potentially alive and held by bounty hunters, and we might be able to liberate him. So yeah, that's what we'll do next time. Join me for that. Let me know what you think about the idea about a poker stream, if you're interested. And until next time. Lovely. Pinky sky setting in. See you soon.